Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So Deontay Wilder returning to the ring this weekend. And I got some questions about Deontay Wilder, man. You know, one of my favorite fighters, not because of KOing people or anything like that, because of his story. As if you follow this channel, you know I've spoken highly of Deontay Wilder as a father, okay? But irregardless of that, I'm kind of, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring into the ring this weekend. Because, you know, he claims to have these new tricks that he wants to show. Now listen, right? I've said this before. I don't think when it comes to these fighters and having these trainers or a new trainer, and these trainers have all these ideas, and maybe they have good intentions, maybe they do, but not every trainer style suits every fighter. And I honestly think a guy like Freddie Roach is a better trainer for Deontay Wilder because he's all about being aggressive, going for the knockout. Sugar Hill, going for the knockout. You know, Abel Sanchez, going for the knockout. Right? Malik Scott seems to want Deontay Wilder to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. So essentially, he's turning, like I always say, you can't turn a lion into a tiger, and you definitely don't want to turn a lion into a pussycat. So with the weekend coming up and Deontay Wilder, I want to see, okay, what are these new tricks? What is this new Wilder we're going to see? Okay? The number one thing I'm hoping is two things I'm hoping to see from Deontay Wilder. One is new and one is old. So one of those new tricks I want to see is stamina. Okay? If that's a new trick, job well done, fellas. Job well done. And the other thing I want to see is an old trick. That damn right hand. Okay? Don't negate the right hand. Don't take away the right hand. Okay? Deontay Wilder, at this point in his career, and the guys he's fighting, they're all there to be hit except for Usyk and Fury, for the most part. Everyone else is there to be hit. So don't come now and have him trying to, you know, go upstairs with the jab, downstairs with the jab, step around, you know, step into your man, tie him up, you know, push your shoulder off on him, slip, counter, throw the left hook. Like, what are we doing? Take 2 half steps back, roll to the outside. You know, what are you trying to do? Shoulder roll, counter, slip, counter. You guys are trying to make him into Floyd Mayweather? So those are my concerns, man. Those are my concerns because Deontay Wilder was doing just fine, and he got in there. And, you know, look, got to give Tyson Fury his credit. Tyson Fury is an excellent fighter. He's the man, okay? He almost got the man out of there in 2 of the 3 fights. And actually in all 3 fights, because that first round, the second fight, Wilder hit him with one of them damn Alabama slammer right hands, and Fury talked about that shot. But Fury's he's just a freak, okay? Got to give Fury his credit. If people don't want to give Fury his credit, then there's something wrong with you. It's just like not giving Deontay Wilder any credit. There's something wrong with you, all right? But going forward into this weekend, Malik Scott says Wilder is an improved fighter. We're going to see different stuff from Wilder. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, okay, good. You guys worked on some things. You want to try some things out. Try that shit out in sparring. Don't try it on Helenius. Helenius is coming in there off of wins. Confidence through the roof. Spent a lot of time in the camp with Wilder. Knows what Wilder can do. Knows what he can't. Helenius has over 200 amateur fights. Helenius has been in all the camps with all the top heavyweight fighters as a sparring partner. Helenius has stamina. why in the world would you want to try to show the things you've worked on against Helenius? Nah, man, that's not where you want to do it. With a guy like that who's coming in there, I'm going to tell you, somebody put this in the comments, and I agree with what they said because I was having that conversation with some friends of mine at the barbershop. What Helenius needs to do in this fight is that when he comes in that first round, jump on Wilder while he's cold. Okay? And he's going to do two things. One, he may be able to get him out of there because if Wilder shows that his punch resistance is gone and he can't take a shot and he's cold and he can't, his reaction time isn't there, Helenius gets an early knockout. Or it's like, or what's going to happen is what happened to me in an amateur fight. As soon as the bell rings, I walk out to the center of the ring. True story. I got it on videotape. The tape is pop. I got to get that tape prepared and I'll post the video, right? Bell rings. I walk out to the center of the ring. Guy rushes me. And he shoves me, but with fists. So two hands, and he comes out and shoves me. But I just kind of walked out there cold. And he shoves me, and I lose my balance and shit. And I get up, and half the crowd is like, what the hell is wrestling? The other crowd like, oh, he dropped him. The referee wiped my gloves off, and I'm looking in my corner. I'm like, yo, this guy effing shoved me. But what that did is, it woke me up. I'll tell you that. And I was like, good thing he didn't come out there and just, being a coward and walk to the ring instead of touching gloves and just throw a right hand, because I honestly, they say protect yourself at all times. I wasn't protecting myself when I walked out there. I was more cool about it and nonchalant, like, all right, touch gloves like it was a sparring session. Nah, my man came out there and WWE'd me. But I got up and I knocked him out in the first round because it woke me up. It pissed me off. I said, you want to play like that? So that is what could happen with Wilder if Helenius jumps on him. He either catches him cold and gets him out of there, or it's like, okay, missed an opportunity, pissed him off, woke him up, and now Wilder puts it on him. Okay? But again, I think it's a good thing that Wilder's working on stuff. See, he's been running, trying to get his stamina up. Somebody said, oh, Wilder will never, ever get tired again. Wilder's been working on his stamina. Man, shut up. Okay? These are big fellas, man. Tall fellas. Okay? The man has bad legs already. Don't tell me Wilder will never get tired again. All those heavyweights get damn tired. Okay? And then somebody, oh, well, Usyk doesn't get tired. Man, come on now, man. He weighs 220-something pounds. He's in heavyweight. But come on. You can't compare Usyk and him coming up and fluctuating the weight. Usyk is a case of someone who had to come up in weight, who has to eat and train a kind of way to put weight on to compete. Okay? Not Conor Benn coming up to 157 to fight Eubank Jr. All right? So knock it off. Usyk actually has to come up in weight. But as far as stamina, I don't know. We're going to find out. But I really hope they got that squared away with Wilder. All the double hooks and all the right hand to the body, coming upstairs with a hook, slipping. Even the way Wilder's trying to hide the right hand and throw it. I mean, when you're looking at the training, it looks highly ineffective to me. But I guess we'll find out. And that's what makes this fight so interesting because, again, Helenius, this man ain't leaving Finland to come over here to the States and fight in Brooklyn in front of a lot of Finnish people. Really going to be probably 30% of that crowd may be Finnish. So I just don't see him coming in there to just lay down. He's coming in there to win. And I think Malik Scott can be giving Helenius a great opportunity if he has Wilder trying to come in and follow some weird-ass game plan where he's pussycatting around the ring instead of being a damn lion roaming the jungle and imposing his dominance. Okay? And let's say Wilder does get past Helenius. Okay? Let's say he gets past Helenius. Let's be real. Wilder against Usyk. Wilder has dropped every opponent he's fought. So I believe he's going to drop Helenius. Okay? Is he going to win? I don't know. He should, but let's say he gets past Helenius, right? Then he knocks him out. So we'll say he dropped 100% of everyone he fought. Now he goes in there with Usyk. You trying to tell me that Wilder won't drop Usyk? He dropped everyone else. Why wouldn't he drop Usyk? Well, for those of you who are saying he's going to knock Usyk out, I don't disagree with you. But I would like to caveat with this, okay? Arthur Spilka was giving Deontay Wilder the business. He was giving him the business. And that weird southpaw style, different angles, and just Wilder was just trying to figure it out. But Wilder remained composed, but he lost several rounds fighting Spilka. Was looking kind of grim for him until Spilka got a little bit over anxious because he was having so much success, and Wilder was able to let off that sniper-like damn right hand. And that's something else Malik is saying. Wilder has really tuned his sniper abilities in getting that shot off. So the thing is this, with a guy like Usyk, right? If Spilka was having so much success against Wilder, although he got knocked out, but he had a lot of success, he won a lot of rounds, Wilder was losing, okay? But if Spilka was having success, Usyk, who is 100 times better, 100 times more polished, 100 times more experienced, right? You're trying to tell me that Usyk may not get in that ring and outbox Wilder the whole 10 rounds and avoid that big right hand? Because that's all he really got to worry about. I just can't see Wilder throwing that left hook with no serious thump on it to catch Usyk. But the thing about Usyk is he'll give you opportunities to land on him, but I don't know. Usyk's not he doesn't hit like AJ, he doesn't hit like Fury, he doesn't hit like Wilder, but he got enough pop to make you respect him, because if you get to the middle rounds, to the late rounds, and you got this little guy here, Usyk, chipping away at you, he'll start sitting down on his punches. And that's where things could go left for him, or you could see him get Wilder out of it. But then again, you just never know with Deontay Wilder, because he's so powerful. He's such a talented human being. Like, when he was blessed with that power, I don't think whether you like him or not, you can't take that away from him. But I would say we have to really think about it and be fair, because that Usyk fight against Wilder, if we take a look at what Spilka did, and then we look at Usyk and where he's at right now as far as in his prime and what he's doing, I still think Deontay Wilder would win that fight, because it's his size and dimensions. He's quicker than AJ. He's more accurate with those shots, and he's not afraid to throw. But it'd just be a tough fight, because Usyk, that movement, man. Now, if Spilka has success, if Luis Ortiz had so much success, right? You can't tell me that Usyk won't probably do better than those guys, and he may be able to avoid the big right hand. But then again, can't sit here and say that Deontay Wilder won't drop him too, because he dropped everybody. So again, we just have to wait and see how things look and how things develop, right? Now, Deontay Wilder. Now, Malik Scott is always talking. It's good to have somebody speak highly of you, right? But do you think Malik Scott goes overboard? Well, Deontay Wilder is so powerful. And, when you have that kind of power, and Deontay Wilder is this, and Deontay Wilder is that, and Deontay. I mean, that's great to have someone cheerleading and championing you. I think that's outstanding. But, I mean, is Malik Scott telling us anything we don't know? He's so powerful. He's this. We get it already. That's like Floyd Mayweather telling us that he's the greatest. We know, Floyd, you're one of the greatest fighters. Shut up already. Okay? We know Deontay Wilder has power. We know that. I think there was a bad call as far as strategy-wise for Deontay Wilder to put on all that weight in that third fight with Fury. But we're going to see how things look here. I'm giving Malik Scott the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes I think he goes overboard, like he's trying to convince us that Deontay Wilder is something that we already know. Like, my man, you telling us something that we know already. Try to convince me that is something different about Wilder that we haven't seen. Are you saying you're going to see the tricks? You get all these, he's sparring all these rounds now. Before he wasn't sparring like that. It does help you. Sparring man, it gets you sharp, man. It gets you accustomed to things. Because what you do in that ring and sparring, man, that's what you bring into the ring. So you lose the fight, in your training. So if Deontay Wilder put the rounds in and really did the work, on fight night, it should show up. But at the same time, man, I'm a little concerned about him doing 600-700 rounds of sparring. I just think that's crazy. And now they got this, the sports nutritionist and everything's based on science, looking at monitoring Deontay Wilder as far as, using a scientific approach to see when his body has been pushed way beyond a limit that probably isn't a positive. And they're knowing when to scale back and how to adjust training schedules and the regimens to ensure they balance things out by weeks in so that his body is able to recover after they've really pushed him to his full potential. It almost reminds me of like when Miguel Cotto was getting ready to fight Floyd Mayweather, He had Pedro Diaz, what is his name? The little Cuban guy. They're taking his blood and doing all this, test oxygen and this and that and sugar and this and I get it. You want to get them to the optimal level as far as performance and everything, but at the end of the day, if you get hit with some shit, you're out of there. But for Deontay Wilder, they seem to, hey, he's made a lot of money and they seem to have really kind of, made some refinements on his team and in his camp and his approach to fighting. So we'll see if all that comes full circle. Miguel Cotto did look extremely well against Floyd Mayweather. He still lost. But if applying those kind of strategies to your training prior to a big fight, if it benefited Cotto like that, Deontay Wilder should go in there and kill Helenius, because Helenius isn't no damn Floyd Mayweather. You understand? Deontay Wilder is the better fighter, the more athletic fighter. Helenius is a good fighter, but that means if Helenius was doing that, I would say Helenius has a really good chance. But if Deontay Wilder's doing it and he responds to the ring like Miguel Cotto did, then Deontay Wilder should have no problem getting him out of there. But again, Malik Scott, I don't know. He says he had to have reconstructive surgery on his shoulder because as a result of holding the pads for Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder hit so hard that he had to get reconstructive surgery on his shoulder. I had to throw the bullshit flag on that one. I do believe Deontay Wilder hits hard. I do believe your shoulder gets sore. When you're holding mitts, man, your damn wrist and fingers, everything, man. Especially if someone hits it the kind of way your damn wrist bends back, that's painful. I've had that holding mitts for people, I've hit pads for trainers and they're like, yo, man, it happens. You can really hurt yourself. But for Malik Scott, a guy who's been boxing since he's been a kid, I would think more or less that reconstructive surgery on his shoulder is more from just a super active lifestyle and throwing a lot of punches. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I used to lift a whole lot of weights and box. And from lifting all them damn heavy weights and boxing, being right-handed but not fighting orthodox, fighting southpaw, so I was using my right hand more than really what I should. Man, let me tell you, man, I just ruined I had to have my bicep tendon reattached and had a rotator cuff repaired. My right side and my left side I had my rotator cuff repaired. So both shoulders. That's just from an active lifestyle, not from me getting sledgehammered with somebody by holding mitts. That's from lifting weights and boxing. And so with Malik Scott, okay, maybe Wilder exacerbated pre-existing tears in your shoulder and that didn't help the pre-existing condition and you finally had to go and get that corrected. But don't just say, oh, you decided the whole path for Deontay Wilder, now he tore your shoulder off. Like, all right, stop. I know it's almost Halloween time and we want to get these little spooky stories and get everybody a little unnerved, but stop Malik Scott with the bullshit. Now, the Wilder power, the Wilder chin, the Wilder strategy, the Wilder approach, the Wilder mentality, we're going to see if Wilder's still that lion that he once was. Because even though he lost to Tyson Fury in those 3 fights, Wilder was still a lion in that ring. Wilder never stopped believing in himself, and he gave it his all. But when you get money like he talks like he has, when you don't have to do anything, Everything he wanted to do, he did. He wasn't even going to come back to the ring. But he said the people is for the people, right? That's not good enough. For his daughter, that's good enough. That's the struggle right there. He got there. He got to the promised land. He got all the dough. Peace of mind. Now you're doing it just because. That's like me. I'm retired military, right? You know, so life isn't too bad. Next year I may go and do something. We'll see whether that work or, you know, start bidding on these government contracts and, you know, put teams together to go out there and do the work, you know, hire people to do the work, you know. There's going to be a plan, but at the end of the day, if I don't like something or there's some kind of stress involved, I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to do it because I don't have to. And I give you that just to say with Deontay Wilder, we're going to find out how he feels. He probably should have figured it out through training with the sparring, but we're going to see how he feels this Saturday when it's not just sparring, when you got a big Nordic warrior from Finland coming in that ring to take you out. And if it gets ugly in there, we're going to see what happens with Deontay Wilder. I don't think he will quit, but we're going to see just how much those Fury fights took out of him, okay? But that being said, Deontay Wilder, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. Glad he's back. Brings some excitement. But this is what the plan is supposed to be right now. Usyk is so back and forth on fighting Wilder or going after Fury, okay? More than likely, which none of us want to hear this, Wilder's going to fight Ruiz. He'll beat Ruiz with no problem, okay? I'll say that. He'll beat Andy Ruiz's ass, no problem. And then after that, he'll go up and he'll be looking to fight Fury. Because Fury by then probably would have fought Usyk and beat him. So I see Wilder Fury 4 happening before I see Wilder and Usyk. And that's just being real. So we'll see if that happens. Yo, that being said, y'all keep cool. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. We almost at 1,000. About to get busy. All 7 continents, y'all keep cool. All the veterans, everyone, keep safe. And as always, I'm in the breeze.